Os esquimós o chamam de Nanuque, o grande urso branco, símbolo assustador do eternamente gelado Ártico. Quase todos os que têm a sorte de ver um urso polar o fazem em segurança. O urso está atrás de um vidro ou de grades. Mas existe um lugar no mundo onde os grandes ursos brancos vagueiam pelas ruas, perigosamente imunes à presença de seu único inimigo, o homem.
I like to go out for walks and things, but it's awkward to carry a gun as well as carry the baby. Trying to look after him and worry about bears too, it was just impossible.
When I wake up at nighttime and I can hear thwack, thwack, and they're just pounding. It's really loud pounding. They're pounding with their paws on the door or the wall or something like that.
We're going to have protection in our house, and everybody seeing our gun having protection. It's a army gun. That's my protection.
A interação entre ursos polares e homens assume proporções estranhas em Churchill, Manitoba. O fogo no depósito de lixo transforma-se em um novo e diferente adversário para a criatura do gelo. O urso polar não é, na verdade, um animal da terra. Passa a maior parte da vida no gelo. Um macho adulto pode atingir 3 metros, pesar 544 quilos, comer mais de 22 quilos de carne por vez e correr mais rápido que o homem mais veloz. Na dura realidade do Ártico, é o maior e mais implacável carnívoro. Nas planícies do sul de Churchill, um cientista num helicóptero persegue um urso polar na tentativa de protegê-lo. Temporariamente imobilizado, o urso é marcado e identificado para estudos futuros. Em uma extraordinária façanha, um homem em uma jaula transforma-se no alvo de um urso polar livre e selvagem.
The coldest day of the year. I picked up my bags and I stepped outside and I almost froze up my ears. Well, here I am, I got nothing to lose. I'm in Churchill with the Churchill blues. Well, here I am, I got nothing to lose. I'm in Churchill with the Churchill blues.
Literalmente no final da linha, como sugere uma canção local, e 1.900 quilômetros ao norte de Chicago, Churchill é um posto ártico isolado do Canadá. Com 1.100 habitantes, a principal indústria de Churchill é seu porto de cereais, livre do gelo por apenas 4 meses por ano. Não existem estradas para o mundo lá fora. Além dos limites da cidade estão milhares de quilômetros quadrados de desolação, terras áridas do norte hostil. Para leste, um mar gelado. Em outubro, os ventos invernais sopram do norte. Tão fortes são essas ventanias que apenas ramos a favor do vento sobrevivem. No outono, os grandes ursos brancos migram para o norte para encontrar o gelo que se forma na Baía de Hudson. Churchill está em seu caminho. Por 8 semanas, a região de Churchill é invadida pela maior concentração de ursos polares do mundo. Durante esse tempo, os cientistas têm uma rara oportunidade de estudar os ursos. Mas os habitantes de Churchill enfrentam uma ameaça diferente. Precisam encontrar uma forma de conviver com um dos mais perigosos carnívoros do mundo. Para auxiliar os habitantes de Churchill, o Departamento de Recursos Naturais de Manitoba criou uma equipe inédita de conservação, a Patrulha dos Ursos, 24 horas de plantão.
Okay, we generally put these signs up around town, usually on the outskirts of town, right at the edge of the rocks. Because in the past we've had people, especially new people in town, they'll wander down in the rocks. They don't even realize that the bears, they'll come in and they'll sleep all day right in the rocks just behind town. So they just alert them that from here on, you're in prime bear territory. After school, the kids use that back door. They'll try and take a shortcut through the rocks or go and play in the rocks.
Os habitantes da cidade são curiosamente ambivalentes em sua atitude com relação aos ursos. Por um lado, denominam-se orgulhosamente capital mundial do urso polar. Ao mesmo tempo, um concurso escolar anual de cartazes enfatiza a natureza imprevisível dos ursos.
I know a way you should go down when you see a bear, but there's a special way. You go down and then you lay with your hands on top of your head and you close your eyes. But I didn't see this in one of the booklets. I seen it on a movie.
But polar bears are always unpredictable. Attacks are usually signaled by snorting or hissing sounds. If you feel threatened and cannot retreat safely to avoid a serious confrontation, stay calm and play dead by dropping to the ground face down with knees drawn to your chest and hands clasped behind your head. It takes great courage to lie still, but resistance would be futile.
Os proprietários de cabanas nos limites da cidade são os primeiros a tomar precauções. Trancas normais nem sempre conseguem deter um urso teimoso, por isso alguns tomam medidas extremas.
Now I don't want to wake up and have a big bear alongside of me, eh? See those steps here? I was inside the cabin, the bear wasn't welcome. So I heard the noise outside, so I grabbed a gun, only the socks on my feet, I went on those nails all the way down. Yes, that's what happened, so I was hospital. But I find out it's work anyway. Work on me, why shouldn't work on a bear? Yeah.
Entretidos na brincadeira, os ursos polares parecem inofensivos como ursos gigantes de pelúcia. Na verdade, ninguém é atacado em Churchill desde 1968, mas com a chegada dos ursos, os habitantes de Churchill ainda se precavêm porque as memórias do passado ainda os lembram da ameaça potencialmente perigosa. Paul Redson mora no subúrbio da cidade e mantém um arsenal de rifles. Uma barricada de 2 portas de malha de aço protege sua casa.
They pound on the back door sometimes. You just have to watch what you're doing and keep an eye on things outside. I recently had a bear smash the window out of my car, walk around inside my car. I had a dog beat up by a bear. You have to be careful when you go outside. They're around, but they live here too, so.
A ameaça representada por ursos que se aproximam é parcialmente psicológica. Após um urso atacar sua casa, Myrtle Mills começou a ter pesadelos com eles.
I guess you could call it a phobia that I had. I was always trying to find places to hide my kids. Some of the places were in the little hatch we have to get under the house when the pipes freeze up. I used to squeeze them all in there, or remove some of the tile in the kitchen or the bedrooms and shove them all up there. I don't know why. You always think, there's nothing to it. But when it happens to you and you're face to face with a bear, you know, on your doorstep, I'm telling you, you panic.
Urso surpreendeu John Spence quando caçava. Por 2 dias até ser resgatado, Spence estancou o sangramento com camisetas. Esse encontro custou-lhe um braço.
Willows maybe higher than me. And the next thing I know, he was standing right beside me. And he stood up and he just gave me a good walk. And knocked me right over to my right. I fell on my right side, then he got right on top of me. He just stood maybe 3 times on it and just mauled me up at the back of my arm here. All that.
The time that I really was scared is when I was down taking pictures. I was focusing my lens, and all of a sudden there was a bear in my lens, just fit perfect. And so I looked up, and here's this bear, and it was annoyed because it was going whew, like that. You know how they go, you can see their breath, eh? So I just backed off very, very, very slowly.
And so she just came right up through, grabbed the guy by the thigh, and yanked him right down into the den. Being an excitable sort of a fellow anyway, he was pounding away on the bear's head and screaming, and all of a sudden, whether or not she decided she didn't want to eat Brazo in the den, I don't know, but she grabbed Brazo by the side here and just flung him out of the den like that. And the pilot was really on the bit and just wound the machine up and went over, and Brazo grabbed a hold of the skid, and the pilot lifted him away before the bear could get over. With all his heavy winter clothing on, he didn't even get a scar that he could rip his shirt open and tell people all about. That's really one of the better adventures that had happened.
O urso polar é uma maravilha de adaptação à vida nas áridas regiões polares. Seu pelo, que vai de dourado claro até branco azulado, é a camuflagem que ele precisa para caçar. Pelos grossos, engordurados, espessa camada de pelos mais finos e camadas de gordura de quase 10 centímetros de espessura isolam-no de temperaturas que podem atingir 60 graus abaixo de zero e de ventos que varrem livres o topo do mundo. O urso polar usa seu incrível olfato para encontrar sua presa. Caçador solitário, alimenta-se quase que exclusivamente de focas. Normalmente, o urso aguarda pacientemente no local onde a foca sai para respirar. Outras vezes, ele se aproxima pela água. Um urso polar pode matar uma foca de 366 quilos com um tapa poderoso ou uma mordida na cabeça. Quando o alimento é abundante, alimenta-se exclusivamente da gordura e da pele das focas. Fêmeas grávidas cavam covis para o nascimento de seus filhotes. Totalmente indefesos ao nascer, permanecem no covil durante 3 meses. Em março, um filhote dá seus primeiros passos inseguros no desconhecido mundo lá fora. Despreparados para os rigores da vida no Ártico, os filhotes acompanham a mãe por 2 anos e meio. Enquanto aprendem a caçar, dependem dela para alimento e proteção. A maioria das ninhadas tem 2 filhotes, 4 são exceção. No verão, o gelo da baía de Hudson se quebra, obrigando os ursos a retomar seu ciclo migratório circular. Deixados à deriva pelo degelo, navios desgovernados de gelo partido carregam os ursos para o sul. Quando suas balsas de gelo derretem, eles dirigem-se para a terra. Os ursos polares são excelentes nadadores. Usando as patas dianteiras como grandes remos, já nadaram até 130 quilômetros em mar aberto. Fortificados com uma nova camada de gordura, os ursos comem pouco quando estão em terra. No verão, passam quase o tempo todo deitados para manter-se frios e conservar energia. No outono, os dias mais curtos e o ar mais frio animam os ursos. Todos, exceto as grávidas, migram para o norte e retornam para o gelo. Um urso migrante encontra pela primeira vez cães de trenó acorrentados, presa fácil para o intruso. Nessa época do ano, os ursos têm muita fome. Mas carne de cachorro não é o que este urso gostaria de comer. Churchill está pronta. 2 ursos dirigem-se pesadamente para a cidade, despreocupados com a presença do homem. Em resposta a uma ligação urgente para sua sede, a patrulha dos ursos chega até o local. Os patrulheiros tentam desencorajar a entrada dos ursos na cidade utilizando espingardas de longo alcance com balas de festim.
Just not afraid of humans anymore. Hopefully we'll try and chase them out towards the dump so that they don't work their way back into town.
Durante os longos meses em que os ursos caçam no gelo, são criaturas solitárias. Mas agora reúnem-se numa brincadeira desajeitada. Os cientistas descobriram que suas lutas simuladas obedecem a um tipo de script. Primeiro mordem-se para estabelecer sua posição. Ao longo da brincadeira, a luta torna-se mais intensa, mais claramente um teste de força. O confronto termina quando um dos ursos desiste e foge. Tal comportamento tão ritual pode ter o seu valor para a sobrevivência da espécie. Nos meses seguintes, a concorrência por comida e fêmeas será intensa. Agora os ursos testam-se com consequências não letais. Por milhares de anos, os ursos seguiram uma rota que atravessava o local onde agora está Churchill. Ignorando a barragem de espingardas barulhentas, um urso polar furtivo entra na cidade. Os habitantes recolhem-se em suas casas. Intrusos diurnos são rapidamente levados para fora da cidade. Mas à noite, os habitantes de Churchill ficam preocupados. Ninguém sabe quando ou onde aparecerá um urso.
Well, when you were shooting at him down there, Hayes turned and come up left. I thought he was going to come back up this way. That's why I went around to get him. Oh, this one will be back tonight, too. So I'll meet you later. You bet. Okay.
Durante a estação dos ursos, o patrulheiro Ken John não pode contar com o sono. Trilhas na neve revelam a direção de uma incursão noturna. Bonnie e Dale Dingwall reforçaram sua cabana. Isso não deteve um urso faminto.
Probably just passing through and smelled grub in here. Their partner's just wrecked.
The first time was worse than this. So was this the same?
That was, but that wasn't over there. It wasn't like that yesterday when we were out here.
I wonder if they hit anybody else's cabin. Yeah. It's funny, though, that he doesn't smash a window to get out of a window.
Well, they go out the same way they came in. They're not stupid.
He's cleaning it up. Cleaned it up about a month ago and they came back twice. Not even worth having a cabin.
I just wanted to report that this is the third time in about the last month. Remember, you're out there and you seen my cabin before? Went back out again tonight and it was broke into again, so there must be some more bears around there someplace.
Our main responsibility here is to protect the people from the bears, and we also have to protect the bears from the people. We've got a 24-hour, around-the-clock hotline where people can call if they have a bear causing problems, first thing we try and do is just scare the bear out of town. Looks like he got through this window. There's quite a bit of hair spread out that he left behind.
O urso furioso destruiu 6 cabanas e causou um prejuízo de centenas de dólares.
They can get through quite a bit. And a little bit of stuff that was left in the cupboard here, dried rice. I see some Lipton soup mix that he's chomped on and broken a few glasses. So that's probably what attracted him.
But that window's like 7 feet high. He could get in that high.
Well, if you were 7, 8, or 9 feet high, you could probably get into it. Just depends how big a bear it was and how bad you want it in.
A Real Polícia Montada do Canadá é a principal autoridade legal de Churchill, mas os ursos polares não respeitam as leis.
We're upset. We're upset. Well, that bear had the nerve to hit our cabin this time. No, it'll have to be dealt with summarily.
Face às incursões noturnas de um urso problemático, as cabanas de verão, Ken John monta uma armadilha de aço para capturar o invasor sem feri-lo. Usa como isca carne de foca. Enquanto os ursos em torno de Churchill são um problema para a patrulha dos ursos, sua concentração é uma oportunidade para a ciência.
We've been doing mark and recapture tagging programs all over the Arctic.
O Dr. Ian Stirling, do Canadian Wildlife Service, é uma das principais autoridades norte-americanas em ursos polares. Há 11 anos vem fazendo estudos por todo o Ártico para determinar a população de ursos, seus hábitos de moradia e reprodução e suas técnicas de caça e alimentação.
But Churchill itself is really rather a unique place to be able to work on bears. In the first place, it's accessible logistically. You can get to it. One of the things that we are able to look at here is problem bears, for example. Not just every bear becomes a problem bear. Bears that wander around this town here and take garbage or bother people are almost always subadult animals, the teenagers of the polar bear world, if you like. They're still reliant to a certain degree on scavenging. Scavenging develops into the habit of coming into the garbage dump. That develops into developing familiarity with people, and of course it gets into man-bear problems and bears get killed.
Stirling quer descobrir quais os ursos que vêm ao depósito e por quê. Ele os numera para futura identificação.
We don't know exactly why some bears keep coming here and being a problem and why other bears seem to be able to break the habit. Some bears have been problem bears at the dump, and then they just simply disappear and go back to living a more normal life. Mothers that bring their cubs to the dump, for example, are just teaching them the dump habit. Like that female with the 3 cubs we caught the other day. She was first caught here in 67 or 68, and now she's back here with her own 3 cubs, teaching them the dump habit. These bears really get to know what time to come for lunch. You hear that garbage truck dumping stuff just right there, and there's another load just came in there. Now, just like calling the kids for dinner. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 bears right over there walking in to feed on the garbage, even though it's actually flaming and burning. I've seen a bear that's actually, his side was smoking, and from being singed.
Em seu habitat natural, os ursos polares podem nunca ver chamas. Precisam aprender com a experiência os perigos e brincar com fogo. O depósito de lixo é também uma das mais populares atrações turísticas de Churchill. Em um confronto incomum com um macho mais velho, um adolescente agressivo, com 1/3 do tamanho do macho, aprende quem é que manda. Mas a maior parte do tempo, o depósito é um circo natural.
Was your window open?
No.
No way. Close the window.
As patas dos ursos são maravilhosas adaptações para a vida no gelo. Mas se o caso são vidro de maionese... Um oficial da patrulha dos ursos verifica a armadilha perto das cabanas de verão. Os ursos polares ameaçam com um silvo e um movimento peculiar das mandíbulas.
We're gonna have to fly this guy out. He's caused some damage here already, so we can't just let him go out of the trap. We'll hold him until one of the biologists comes in that can tranquilize him. We'll have to get a helicopter in to fly him. And then we'll probably release him north of here.
Antes de transportar o urso, ele tem que ser imobilizado com drogas e retirado da jaula. O urso será levado para 50 quilômetros ao norte de Churchill e a experiência mostra que ele provavelmente não voltará. No entanto, a deportação por helicóptero de ursos problemáticos é dispendiosa. Geralmente, eles são mantidos em cativeiro até que o gelo da baía se forme, quando então são libertados com segurança. A imobilização de ursos polares com drogas transformou-se em uma técnica segura e eficaz. O urso se recupera em poucas horas. Os habitantes de Churchill adaptaram seu estilo de vida à presença dos ursos polares, mas manter uma festa infantil tradicional no meio da estação dos ursos requer alguns preparativos especiais.
They're going to be assisting us tonight in the protection of children on Halloween. As you refer to the map, Mines and Resources, one of their trucks stationary at the edge of town, and therefore would be able to observe any bears coming into town. The 3 police vehicles and the 2 private members will be carrying shotguns and .308 rifles. The children will be running around, and some in white costumes, some in clown costumes, whatever, carrying bags of candies and licorices, and we got to look out for them.
How's it going, John?
Pretty quiet. Everything's looking good. Kids are running pretty fast in this weather.
How's your visibility?
Oh, I can see down to the end of the street, not too much problem.
Holofotes vasculham a escuridão e nenhuma ameaça pode ser vista. Mas um dispositivo de visão noturna revela ursos assomando a distância. Na noite das bruxas, os ursos chegam perto, mas assustados por luzes e veículos ficam fora da cidade. Nas outras noites, a patrulha dos ursos não tem tanta sorte.
What could you do damn Polar is looking right at us. You want the Polar bear come and kill us right now? I told that young man to shoot, eh? Right in goddamn head he went running. Just one shot and he took off.
Uma mãe e 5 filhos sozinhos em casa. Uma batida na porta. A porta estilhaçada. Um urso polar enfia sua cabeça pela porta quebrada. A mãe, aterrorizada, agarra um rifle e atira. Agora o urso ferido está solto no meio da cidade.
What could you do? What could you do? You gotta do something. This is an army gun, my dear. That's my protection every night. It comes right to my door. Look at that blood here. Come here. Look at that door. Look at what he did. He come here. He stick his nose up here. We have to protect ourselves. Look at the damage he did.
Oh, that's a little bloody.
Come here. Get out of here, kids. You got no business, kids. Get out of here. Close that door. What could you do when a Polar bear hitting your door? There was right in the door. What could you do? You gotta do something. I got 5 kids in the house.
I don't like to see something like that happen. Then when we saw him, well, geez, he was wounded, and we just couldn't let him just run around. So that was the thing to do. We had to shoot him.
Quando o mundo dos homens colide com o dos ursos, geralmente quem perde é o urso. Nos últimos 10 anos, o pessoal da conservação precisou, para sua tristeza, matar mais de 20 desses grandes animais. Os interesses científicos de J.R.S. Stirling nas proximidades de Churchill vão além dos ursos. Ele quer marcar o máximo que conseguir antes que voltem para o gelo. Passar-se-ão 6 meses até que tenha nova oportunidade.
We're headed on down now into Fletcher Lake, which is the north end of what we call the Owl River denning area. It's probably the largest polar bear denning area in the world. And we want to continue marking bears down there because in a lot of areas of the high Arctic, there's a great deal of development and exploration taking place, and we may be disrupting some potentially large denning areas. The ice melts in Hudson Bay during the summer, and the bears have to come ashore. And then they slowly move north along the shoreline, looking for, or waiting for the ice to freeze up so they can go back out. Hey, there's a set of fresh tracks right down there. Right in behind us. Just keep cranking right around, Howard. Okay, they're up here about 2 o'clock. Oh, there's the bear right there. Looks like a fatty. We'll go for that one, Dennis. Here, oh yeah, another pretty big bear. Another 8cc, do you think, Dennis? No, he went and turned on me just as I shot, and I got him just back of the front shoulder. I got him in the ribs instead. But a big male like that should be okay. It's a good thermoregulating area. Occasionally, a bear, when he's being chased, he gets overheated, and he goes in the water to cool off. And then, of course, if the drug starts to take effect, he's in danger of drowning unless you can get in the water fast enough with him to get him out.
Às vezes, ursos que estão caídos e aparentemente imobilizados podem levantar e atacar. Stirling e seu assistente, Denis Andriaszek, estão prontos para atirar em defesa própria.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Get an animal like that, and he's just...
Still blinking there on
Yeah,
this little...
oh, that's all right.
He's just
Perfect. He's absolutely perfect. You see the size, he get a bit bigger neck and so on, yeah.
Holy snapper.
He's about as big framed as you'll probably get. See the pads there are sort of like non-skid material, and it's all sort of rough, it's not really smooth. It helps him get better traction on the ice. Opens right up, it's almost like sandpaper. And then, of course, big claws for ripping, breaking into seal layers. But he hasn't started to really chip his teeth. By the time he gets on, approaching 20, his teeth will be all full of chips and rings, and the canines will probably be snapped off, and he'll have infections down into the bone.
Esse macho de 400 quilos já foi marcado antes, por isso Stirling conhece sua história.
Male, 3 years old in 1970, so he's 13 years old now, and he was at the pig farm. We had this fantastic deal with all these bears that we've got around here. Some guy decides at Churchill that he's going to have a new economic venture and he's going to have a pig farm. So he built a pig farm just right there right in the bush even, about halfway between Churchill and Lodge. And then, of course, he was feeding his pigs on big 45-gallon drums full of garbage from the butcher shop and seal meat and whale oil. And the bears ended up eating all of his pigs. And but the bears learn places, of course, and they return by habit, just like they return to the dump. We had the same bears returning to check out the pig farm for a couple of years thereafter. If you watch that animal after he finishes convulsing, you'll see, because he's aware of the fact that we're all around him, and it's a very stressful experience for an animal like a polar bear. After he settles down, and then he'll start doing a couple of deep breaths, and then he'll breathe really nicely, and it'll really... Now, look, here he goes. See how he's breathing there now? You can see so that even though it looks a little unpleasant to look at him convulsing like that, in fact, it lets off all that stress, and he then is able to relax and sleep the thing off.
Hi, Bear!
A mãe foi atingida.
Bear! Hey, hey!
Seu filhote não. Para assustar menos o filhote, Andrea Scheck vai tentar imobilizá-lo com uma seringa hipodérmica.
Get back there. Let me just scratch your ear. Oh, hey. Let me just scratch your ear here. There.
Snap it.
Did you get him?
Yep. Get you? No. Park is still good.
He's staying really close to her, you know. He's already starting to go down. He's a lot more relaxed.
Well, he's out. It was a good dosage.
Com o filhote deitado, eles medem o ventre da mãe. A fita que usam irá calcular seu peso.
Heart girth 112 centimeters, 127 kilograms.
A mãe pesa 127 quilos. O urso nunca havia sido marcado. Um botão plástico codificado em sua orelha irá identificá-la se for capturada novamente.
What's the number there?
What's the number? 5955.
Uma coleira com rádio acompanhará sua migração. Se a coleira permanecer, seu sinal poderá ser ouvido por até 2 anos.
Cemented into the jaw, and they're very difficult to extract without breaking.
Como os anéis de uma árvore, o corte de um dente revela a idade do urso.
This is for testing for mercury pollution. Mercury shows up in hair quite well, and we're expecting an awful lot more production to be taking place out here in Hudson Bay in the next few years. And polar bears are liable to be one of the animals most affected by that kind of thing, so hopefully we'll be on top of things before they've changed.
He's only 100 and some odd pounds, Tim. It's 120.
Foi só nos últimos 15 anos que os cientistas conheceram fatos importantes sobre ursos polares. Agora entendem muitos fatores que são cruciais para a ecologia dos ursos. Mas precisam saber mais se quiserem garantir a sobrevivência da espécie.
While they're waking up and so on, they still have the scent of their mother coming in all the time, and it's very reassuring to them. I'm going to turn her head in a little bit so she's not facing right into the wind.
I'll get this guy's paw.
No início de novembro, um veículo esquisito atravessa a tundra sem estradas em direção a uma estação remota de pesquisa. O Tundra Bus é a nova solução sob medida do mecânico Lynn Smith para os problemas das difíceis viagens pelo Ártico. Cabo Churchill, a meta da expedição, está a 56 quilômetros a leste da cidade. Muitos ursos que os cientistas pretendem encontrar ali nunca terão visto um homem antes.
The ice isn't thick enough, we're going to break through. We might have problems with that one too, these two.
Uma viagem ao cabo pode ser traiçoeira nesta época do ano. O gelo sobre os riachos tem apenas poucos centímetros de espessura. O tempo no cabo muda quase que de hora em hora. A temperatura cai para zero e ventos fortes levantam nuvens de flocos de neve. No cabo, os cientistas mudam-se para a torre de pesquisas. Dessa altura, esperam poder observar o comportamento espontâneo de até 24 ursos por vez em seu habitat natural. Mas antes que os homens consigam subir, ursos curiosos sentem seu cheiro e vêm investigar.
Hey, George! Hey!
Here he comes.
George!
Oh, I'm going in.
George! Hey! Hey! Go! Ha! Ha!
He's not terribly responsive to that.
There's another bear out over there.
We got it. There's one over here, too, to your right behind you.
The two are coming back over here, back of us. Yeah. Or at least one of them.
Come on down, Dennis. Hey, Dennis, could you come over here? I want to talk to you for a minute.
That's just a big friendly bear, Dennis.
Sempre que descem do veículo, precisam abrir caminho com aparelhos barulhentos. Marcar ursos no cabo exige um laço, caso contrário, um urso atingido pode se afastar demais antes de a droga fazer efeito.
The bear will be coming in, he'll have a good sniff, and he'll just step right into here, and then the other claw will go right up front. Just keep an eye on that bear over there. Oh, here he comes now. Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Um macho magro e velho entra primeiro.
Oh, he sure came into that trap nicely, though.
He did. That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
just
the way he
classic.
set that, caught him so gently. That was funny. It seemed to take him a bit before he realized he was caught.
That happens often. They're so intent on the bait in the back there, they'll step in and the cable will get thrown around their leg. It doesn't tighten up too tightly until they start to struggle, and then it just cinches it up the last little bit, and then they realize they're caught. Once he's down, we'll have a look at his teeth there. It looks like he's got one canine sticking out, and I don't know why that is. Look how that jaw's been broken back. See? Yeah. Some of his incisors are broken. Missing one there. One broke, missing there. The ones in the upper are broken. Still got a few good years in him if he can make through the winter, get enough seals. Teeth aren't too bad. I would guess he's probably in his mid-20s. We have got some bears as old as 30, 32 years. This spring in the high Arctic, found a starving female. She died the day after we'd seen her. And we aged her and found out she was 33 years old. So that's just about the maximum they get. We've had a few other females around that age.
3 horas depois, após medições e marcações, o velho urso prognata recupera-se da droga. É menos provável que se recupere dos efeitos debilitantes da mandíbula quebrada. O fotógrafo freelance da National Geographic, David Heiser, ainda espera conseguir fotos emocionantes da interação entre os ursos. Esse é um experimento único. Ninguém sabe como um urso reagirá a um homem em uma jaula.
That's okay, I'll knock it off. Okay, is this thing loaded?
It's loaded, but it just shoots blanks. So
Okay. I'll just use it in last resort. Also, why don't you give me that hammer? I can use that for protection.
Equipado apenas com uma câmera, um martelo e uma pistola sem balas, Heiser terá pouca proteção se os ursos atacarem a jaula e ela começar a desmontar.
Well, I've seen shark cages before in movies, but I've never heard of a polar bear cage. But I guess the idea is the same, huh?
Yeah.
I photograph wolves, coyotes, rattlesnakes, elephants, everything, but you're always up in a vehicle or in a tower looking at the animal. This gets you down on their level, so it's going to be worth it if it works.
Some of the bigger bears may get in there and he'll be sniffing a little, and he'll decide probably decide that he may want you, and he'll just probably bite you a little and start dragging you out of there and hauling you off to a more suitable spot.
Oh, he's a beauty. Look at him sniff.
He's a little leery about the smell he's getting, I guess, off David.
Okay, here he goes. Come on in, baby. That's it. Come on in. That's good. Easy. A little bit at a time. Get a good smell. That's it. Close enough to go to wide angle. Full frame. Okay, things are getting hot and heavy here now. Over me now, huh? Yeah, you'd really like in here, wouldn't you? He's so big he's blocking out the light. I'm having to open up another stop.
What's behind you?
Thank you.
pick him apart. I was wondering when you're going to try that.
Os ursos não deram a Heiser o tipo de foto que esperava. Suas atitudes foram todas dirigidas a ele e sua jaula.
Boy, do you have claws. Aha! Try shoving it, huh? But they didn't get it off the ground. That guy's pretty strong. I think we could get a bear out here big enough to turn this thing over. I guess that's why we have a safety belt.
Os ursos continuam fascinados com a criatura de sangue quente apenas alguns centímetros fora de alcance. Só depois de ser levado para o Tundra Bus é que Heiser consegue sair da jaula. Agora o cineasta Jim Lipscomb entra na jaula com uma filmadora.
I don't see the wing nut.
Wing nut's on the little ledge above it.
Thank you. I need that, I think.
I wonder if they know it's a man they're after. Better give him my glove to smell. He wants that glove bad. Every time I put it near the bars, he goes for it. He's cut his lip trying to get it. If he chews metal, I wonder what he'd do to my hand. This one's got his nose right on the lens. That paw is too close.
Os ursos esperariam pacientemente mais 2 horas até Lipscomb sair. Novamente é levado para o Tundra Bus.
How was it?
Well, it's very impressive.
It's another perspective, isn't it?
It's very impressive. I'm telling you, those guys want at you. Huh? They want to get at you. And they're very patient about it, and they're very calm about it, and they're very quiet. But boy, they just sit there and, you know, they're after you. That's really something. Woo! I just feel sorry for any poor sucker. Think of the guys who used to go out across Greenland, you know, and on sleds and everything, and you think, with one of those guys after you, he'd be very patient.
You got in some position where you couldn't defend yourself.
You just come up and gnaw your arm until it's gone.
Uma tempestade termina o experimento, mas os cameramans conseguiram fotos e cenas inéditas dos ursos. O gelo continua a amontoar-se nas praias e em 23 de novembro terá invadido a Bahia. King John solta o último encrenqueiro no gelo. Churchill está livre dos grandes ursos brancos por mais um ano.
Come on. Oh. Fan. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
I'm really glad the season's over and that the bears have gone out in the ice, but at the same time, I'm going to miss them. It's been a real successful year. We've only had to destroy one animal. Other years, there's been a lot more problems. This year, there's nobody hurt or injured, and just to see that bear so happy to be free makes you know that it's all worthwhile.
Nos próximos 20 anos, poucos dos grandes animais do mundo, inclusive o urso polar, sobreviverão sem a ativa colaboração do homem. Protegido pelos rincões inacessíveis do Ártico, o urso polar está entre os últimos a entrar em perigo de extinção. Cientistas como Ian Stirling estão gerando o conhecimento necessário para a proteção dos ursos. O resto depende de todos nós. Um teste de visão e persistência coletivas da humanidade. Mas os habitantes de Churchill podem orgulhar-se de que, na Baía de Hudson, os grandes ursos estão proliferando.
Well, I found myself standing out on the rocks, looking out across the bay. My friends told me if you see any bears, you just let them go their own way. So here I am, I've got nothing to lose. I'm in Churchill with the Churchill blues. Well, here I am, I got nothing to lose. I'm in Churchill with the Churchill blues. Now I'm almost gone and I'm looking back. Can't say that it's been so bad. The things I've done and the friends I've made are some of the best that I've had. So here I am, I got a lot to lose, leaving Churchill with the Churchill blues. So here I am, I got a lot to lose, leaving Churchill with the Churchill blues.